made several attempts to call these guys, and after being hung up on a bunch, I finally got one to stay on the line. But once he was finished with his opening script, he transferred me to an over smart banjo who wasn't buying my fake ID and happened to ask for a selfie. So, not having my face swap set up, I sent him a pic of some animals having fun, and he did not seem to like it. As always, enjoy the nonsense.
Social
Hello?
Security Administration, how may I help you?
Yeah, there was a
Hello?
message that there was a message that I received. Something's wrong with my social.
May I have your name to pull up your file on my extension?
Yeah, it's Richard.
Social
Hello.
Security Administration, how may I help you?
Yeah, there was a message for me to call you guys.
Last time,
Hello.
mm,
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
thank you for connecting the line to the Social Security Administration. This is Stephen Brown. How may I help you today?
Yeah, there was a message to give you guys a call on my phone.
And when did you get a call, sir?
That was early this morning, but I missed the call.
All right. Well, this is Stephen Brown with a federal badge number GS501 from the Department of the Social Security. To make it sure I'm speaking to the right person, your first name is Simon, Simeon,
It's
Simon Tang,
Simon.
Tang.
What was that?
Yeah, you call it Simon. Simon Tang, right? Tang, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, did you ever get a call or have you ever received a message from the local police department today?
No.
Is this the first time you get a call?
Yeah. Today, earlier.
Alright. Okay. Well, this is Stephen Browns with a federal badge ID number GS501. We have been receiving an order from the federal government to place a block on your social security number because we received that your social security number being misused for fraudulent activities, for an illegal activities.
Wait, what?
So, first of all, I want to let you to grab a pen and paper.
Okay. You saying someone's taking out credit cards in my name or something?
Right. Someone been using your identity. Someone been using your identity and commit a fraud activities.
Oh
So
no.
we are here calling you here to what's going on and what this is all about. I want to let you to grab a pen and paper so that we can
Okay.
provide you the right relevant information. Yeah.
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay, let me get my pen. Make sure this works. Okay, so what am I supposed to write down?
Yeah, I want you to write down some information which is really, really important. Can you grab a pen and paper? Can you do that?
Yeah, I have the pen and paper.
Okay, alright. Now, before I go ahead and provide you with information, I just want to know, like, have you ever faced a victim of identity theft? Like, have you ever lost your personal identity, like a bank card, your state ID, like your driving license, or
I
like
mean,
your
I
purse, your wallet?
years
Have
ago
you ever
I
lost
lost my
on
wallet,
being?
but I had canceled all my cards and got new ones. I mean, could they
Mm-hmm.
be doing it like that?
Like, you say you lost your wallet years ago, right?
Yeah, this was probably like 5 years ago.
Okay. Now, I want you to take it on this information for your future reference. All right, you need to take it on this information. I want you to write it down my first name, my last name, my badge number to make it sure your call's being connected to the federal agents and speaking to the federal officer. My first name Steven and my last name Brown. You can write it down. My first name Steven, Steven, and my last name
S
Brown,
T E.
Brown.
Okay, Stephen Brown.
Yeah, the federal ID number, the letter G like a George,
Okay.
S like a Stephen,
Uh-huh.
yeah, number 5, number 0, number 1.
501. Okay.
Yeah, GS501, the federal badge ID number. And you told me like you haven't get a call from the local police department. You're from Arizona, but you haven't get a call from the local police department. So I'm going to confirm you here. I'm going to confirm you here the case ID number. You need to write it down. The case ID number is D like in David,
Okay.
C like in Charles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 2407.
You said 2407?
Yes, DC2407 is the case ID number issued by the federal government from the federal courthouse.
Okay.
And I want you to write it down. I want you to write it down the warrant ID number. Here is an arrest warrant ID number. That is
Arrest warrant.
T like in Texas.
Wait, hold on. Like a
Right.
warrant for
You
my
need to write it
arrest?
down. Right. There is an arrest warrant, but I'm going to let you know. I'm going to explain you. I'm going to let you know what's going on. You need to write it down. The
Okay.
warrant ID number. T like in Texas. T like
Uh-huh.
a tank. X like an X-ray.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 301 311.
301311?
Exactly. 301311 is the warrant ID. Is the warrant ID number. You got it?
Okay.
Okay. Now you told me like you faced a victimized like 5 years ago. You lost your identity. You lost your wallet. You lost your whole
Well,
purse.
I lost my
You lost your
wallet
whole
with my
wallet.
ID and my credit cards, but I mean, no one ever tried to,
Mhm.
buy anything that I know of.
Mhm. Right. Now, according to the federal investigation paper here, we noticed that someone been using your identity, doing commit a kind of fraudulent activities down in the state of Texas. Like, have you ever been in the state of Texas before?
Oh, a long time ago when I took a road
Like,
trip,
have you?
but not too recent.
Mhm. Now, according to the federal records over here, we notice here that someone been using your identity without your knowledge, without your permissions, commit fraud activities in the state of Texas. You need to listen to me very, very carefully, Mr. Simon, because this is a very, very sensitive, a very, very serious matter. You told me you
Yes.
haven't aware about this. So I'm going ahead and explain you exactly what's going on, and I want you to be honest. Whatever you do over this recorded line, it must be truth and honest, because this is a recorded monitor line which will be forwarded to the federal courthouse to play inside the court as a piece of evidence against you or in your favor.
So they're
Now,
they're,
we've
they're
been
already making
receiving
a
this
case
case.
against me?
We've been Right, there is a case filed against you from the state of Texas. The state of Texas Investigation Department
Oh my
filed a
lord.
case against you and hand over to the federal government, to the federal courthouse. So you need to listen to me very, very carefully, and you need to be honest over this recorded monitor line. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, we've been receiving this order, we've been receiving these paper documents, which is case filed against you by the federal government today, stating that someone been using your social security number without your knowledge, without your permissions, commit fraud activities in the state of Houston, Texas. And we've been noticed found an abandoned vehicle, an abandoned car, which is called Toyota Corolla. It's a black in colors, 2017 brand, with a VIN number of Texas 982071. We found an abandoned vehicle, Toyota Corolla. It's a car black in colors. According to the state of Texas investigation paper here, we noticed that the vehicle, the Toyota Corolla car, found bloods, 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 blood and drugs
Blondes?
found inside the car. Yeah,
Blondes and
we found that there
prostitutes?
is a blood, right, bloods, bloods,
Oh, blood.
bloods.
What the heck?
Yeah, we found blood and drugs found inside the car, inside the Toyota Corolla car, which has been registered under your names.
But I don't even
We
drive a
also noticed
Corolla. I
that
don't even drive a Toyota.
we noticed here, according to the federal paper here, we noticed that we found there is a 22 pounds of cocaine, a cocaine,
Oh,
which is
what?
a really, really abusive drug. We found 22 pounds of cocaine,
I've
which
never
is a
even
very,
done
very
cocaine.
abusive drug. And we noticed that there is some financial paper documents, such as like a Chase Bank, a TD Bank, Wells Fargo's, Federal Credit Unions, Bank of America. We found a multiple banks accounts being opened up under your names and under your social for illegal activities.
Oh
So
my
today,
god.
that is the only reason why you're being investigated by the federal government today. The federal government stating clearly what you have done is totally against the law to the U.S. government, to the U.S. federal
Yeah, but
government,
I
and
haven't
that
done
is the
any of these
reason
things.
why there is an arrest warrant issued being under your name. There is an international money transaction being done from Colombia to Canada. The total amount discovered is $200,000 being wired locals and internationally, which is totally suspicious to the government. But you are stating over this recorded line, you're trying to say over this recorded line that these illegal activities that's not done by you. You're trying to say that you didn't own a Toyota Corolla car.
No, I don't own a Toyota Corolla.
So can you just tell me honestly, like, do you suspect anyone or do you provide any of your personal identity to anyone before?
I mean, I've had like my nephews help me with buying things off of Amazon, but that's the only thing I could think of. I mean, nothing happened with 5 years ago when I lost my wallet, so unless that's the reason, I don't know.
Now, today the federal government gets suspicious or knew that you do illegal activities, which is totally against the law to the federal government. And that is the reason why there is an arrest warrant issued under your name, TX 301-311, as a criminal person, registering your name to the federal courthouse as a criminal person from DC 2407. But now you are stating over this recorded line that this illegal activities that's not done by you, which means you are trying to deny saying that this this should be a matter of identity theft.
Yeah, it has to be.
So honestly, like, have you ever been in the state of Texas in the past last 6 months?
6 months? No. 20 years ago, yeah, on a road trip, but 6 months? No.
Now, if that is a statement from your end, see, now the federal government has been filed against you that you're doing illegal activities, and the federal government wants you to afford an attorney, a criminal lawyer who can represent for you the fight against the federal government inside a federal courthouse. But in case if you fight to the government regarding on these criminal activities, and if you lose to the government, you will be facing a legal consequences. Fine or penalty charge will be sue you accidentally up to $85,000 as a criminal person. Also will be going behind the bars. You will be going behind a prison for the next 11 years as a criminal person. But now you are stating that this should be a matter of identity theft. All I can do here right now is I will be making a verification access to forward to the Federal Treasury Department, since the Federal Treasury Department been holding the case file and also to
Am
start the
I gonna have to go to
investigation.
court for
We just
this?
want to know exactly like right. So we just want to know exactly like how many type of bank accounts being opened up, registered under your names to make it sure.
How many? I only have one. I mean, one like a checking and a
Now,
savings.
acco- now, according to the federal records over here stating clearly there is 7 multiple bank accounts, including the Banks of America, the Chase Bank, the Wells Fargo's, Federal Credit Unions, Citizen Bank, the First National Bank. We found uh, several bank accounts being opened up under your names and under your social for these illegal activities after investigated by the state of Texas, along with the Toyota Corolla, along with the 22 pounds of cocaine. So exactly we want to know like what is the bank you've been dealing with currently? Are you dealing with the same kind of bank account which is being created by the criminal person under your names?
No, I deal with the credit union. I don't do like a Chase or Wells Fargo.
So you are trying to deny saying that you have only a federal credit unions. You never deal with the Bank of America, the Wells Fargo, the Chase Bank, which is being investigated by the federal government.
Not at all. I don't think I've ever used those.
And are you sure that you are dealing only with this particular bank's account, with these federal credit unions? Like for how long, how many years you've been dealing with this bank now?
Oh, the bank that I've been using probably the last 15 years.
And is that a personal bank's account, or are you joining with with your family members? Is it a personal bank's account, or
No,
you do you've
that's
been,
my bank account.
or is it a
Ever since I had
that's a
gotten
bank account?
divorced, so I had to get my own.
Right. There there is the international money transaction being done from Canada to Colombia, and the total amount discovered is $200,000 being wired local and internationally. And we found there is the credit cards like the Capital One credit card, Discovery credit cards, Capital One credit cards.
From
We found multiple
Canada?
credit cards being opened up under your names. Right, international money transaction being done from the
Oh
state
no,
from the Canada to
that is not
Colombia.
me.
The illegal money transaction being done from Canada to Colombia. And this is really totally suspicious to the federal government. The federal government stating clearly what you have done is totally against the law to the federal government. And that is the only reason why the federal government start investigated on you. All this illegal activity is being done under your name at 22 pounds of cocaine along with a Toyota Corolla car and along with the multiple bank accounts being opened up under your name. So all we need to do here is if you are not the person who deal these illegal activities, if you are trying to deny over this recorded line that this should be a matter of identity theft, then you need
Yeah,
to
it's
go ahead and
definitely
prove
not me.
announcement to the government before they start. Under the investigation, the federal government will be checking out all the past records. If they find that exactly this is the only type of bank account which has been opened up under the ONEM, then you will get a chance to go ahead and fix the problem, or you will get a chance to work with the federal government to start investigating and catch the culprits, who the real culprits, who the real criminal person is doing these fraud activities on the ONEM. But if the criminal person doesn't catch by the federal government, you will be the person who will fight against the federal
You
government.
think
So
it's
honestly,
someone from
you have both a
Colombia?
safe,
You
uh,
said that they were transferring
right,
money from Canada to Colombia?
the internal transaction, the illegal international money transaction being done from Canada to Colombia. The discovered total amount is 200,000 of dollars being wired after investigated reported by the state of
Oh,
Texas.
so you're saying it's
So
someone from Canada?
honestly,
I
over this
thought people from
product
Canada
line,
were really nice.
right. So we just want to know honestly, like, do you have a credit card? Are you dealing with a credit card under the federal credit unions? Or do you have any credit cards which is being registered, which is being all under your names?
Well, credit card? No, I only have a debit card from my bank.
You only Are you sure that are you sure that you didn't do international money transaction from Canada to Colombia? Are you sure that?
No, I'm sure. You're telling me that they made credit cards in my name also?
There is a multiple credit cards along with the bank accounts being opened up under your name. There is an international money transaction being done from Canada to Colombia, and there is a credit cards which is being opened up under your name for these illegal activities. There is an investment account. There is a Capital One. There is an investment account, a multiple bank account being opened up under your name, and
That's
the federal
definitely not
government
me.
wants you to
I
afford
only
an
have one
attorney,
bank
a
account
criminal
with a
lawyer.
debit card
But
with checkings and savings. Only one.
if that is a statement from your end, if that is a statement from your end, I see here that the federal credit unions is one of the bank account which is being credited by the criminal person. Are you sure that you are dealing with this federal credit unions bank?
Yeah, I
Are
only
you
have
sure that
one.
you are dealing
That
with a federal
I'm
credit?
100%. I swear, cross my heart and hope to die.
Now, if that is a statement, what I can do here is I'll go ahead and verify the necessary from your end in order to hand over this record statement to the Federal Treasury Department. But we just want to know exactly like you hold both a saving account and a checking account, and you are trying to prove that this is the only bank account which has been opened up under your names.
Yes.
Now, if that is a statement from your end exactly, then like what is the amount balance available in the saving account and the checking account which you are holding currently?
In my savings, that's gonna be roughly like $33,000.
And what about the checking accounts?
The checkings, I only have about 2,000, 2,000 maybe. I don't know, just like around 2,000.
So I'm going to make for your convenience, like, are you sure that you have a checking account with $33,000? And are you sure that in the saving accounts you have 2,000 and $2,000 to $3,000? You didn't have more than $2,000 to $3,000. You didn't have more than 33,000 from the checking accounts. Are you
No,
sure that?
no, you have it backwards. My savings, I have 33. That's my savings. I transferred over my 401k. In my checking, I have probably 2,200. I don't know. I just know it's somewhere in 2,000.
Well, if that is a statement, all you need to do here is you need to go ahead and prove announcement to the government because I'm telling you right now, you've been investigated. Your name is under the
So,
federal criminal record
do I
list,
need to
and this
go
is a
down to
very,
my
very
bank
serious
and
matter. The
have them
federal
print
government.
me out like a statement so I can show you guys?
Now, all you need to do here is you need to go ahead and talk to the Federal Treasury Department, the United States Federal Treasury Department who have been holding your case files, documents, and
Okay.
you need to prove yourself innocent to them that this is not the illegal bank account, and you need to prove yourself that you never do an illegal activities. You need to prove
Never.
yourself that you didn't owe a Toyota Corolla car, and you need to prove yourself that you didn't deal
No, I
with the
drive a Ford
drugs
Explorer,
and the money
not a
laundering.
Toyota Corolla.
So if that is the situation, what we can do here is I'll make a quick forwards of this record statement over this recorded monitor line, since this is the only recorded conversation which will be having awards to the Federal Treasury Department. But are you sure that you've been victimized, a victim of identity theft? Are you sure that you lose
It
your
has to be.
wallet in the
It has
past
to
5
be
years ago?
identity
Are you
theft because I don't. I only have one bank account.
because you say that you never provide your personal identity except your nephew. You say you're talking about your nephew over this recorded monitor line.
Yeah,
That
I
is the
let him.
third
He helped me
person
buy stuff
who
off of
provides your
Amazon
identity.
before.
If that is a statement because I will be forwarding all these records, and are you sure that you didn't do a Toyota Corolla? You say you didn't do a Toyota Corolla car.
No, no, no. I drive a Ford Explorer.
If that is a statement,
The
I'm going to make a same
Toyota's
request
made
and
by
forward to
the
the
by the
Federal Treasury
Asians.
Department.
They don't make very good products.
Right, the the Toyota Corolla, it's a black in colors, 2017. models where the Toyota Corolla been located in the 2400 North 100 Avenue, apartment B, Houston, Texas
Oh
72008,
no,
after
see,
being
I don't live in
clear
an
stated by
apartment.
the state of Texas.
I know, I own a home.
So right. So now, if that is a statement from your end, I'm going to go ahead and forward all these records to the Federal Treasury Department. If this is the right statement, if the government came to know exactly you are dealing only this federal credit union, exactly if the government came to know that you have only saving and checking accounts, you didn't have a credit card, if the government came to know exactly your saving account is $33,000 and your checking account is 20, like 2,000 to between 2,000 to $3,000, definitely you will get a chance to save the situation, or you will get a chance
Yeah,
to save your hard
and
earning money. But if this is
I
the
don't need to
wrong
go to
state,
jail. I
if this
can't
is
go
the
to
wrong
jail.
state, definitely, if this is the wrong statement, definitely you'll be the person who is going to face illegal consequences. Now this is the last verification. What I will do here is I'm going to make a record over here to forward to the Federal Treasury Department. So your current zip code is 85020, right?
85020.
Your current zip code, yeah. So I'm going to make it straightforward over here. And you say like you in your purse when you lose your identity, you lose all your bank cards, including your state ID, including your social security, and
Yeah, but
including your
that was like
your
that was
including
years ago. So I got everything canceled and I redid.
you right. You say 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, like 5 6 years ago.
You say 5 years ago. You just can you just let me know exactly? Is it probably between 5 to 6 years, or exactly 5 years, or exactly 6 years? Because I need to make a clear statement to prove to the
It's
government.
probably closer to the
Is it
5 year
exactly
mark.
five? Okay, all right. So if that is statement, I'm going to make a rec forwards over here to the Federal Treasury Department. I want let you to stay connected with me so that I can make a clear records forwards to the Federal Treasury Department. You will be dealing with the Federal Treasury Department over this recorded monitor line. This is the only recorded monitor line which you can go ahead and deal with the federal government. Now, you can tell to the Federal Treasury Department that this should be a matter of identity theft in order to prove yourself innocent, because if you didn't go ahead and prove yourself innocent, definitely you will be the person who is going to face legal consequences. So I want you to stay connected with me. I'm going to forward to the Federal Treasury Department. Stay connected, okay?
Okay.
All right, stay connected. Just give me a moment.
Mr. Simon Tang, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Mr. Simon Tang. My name is Samuel Brown from United States Marshal Justice Department.
Yes, hello.
Well, I just received the facts from the Social Security regarding the case of money laundering and drug trafficking. And it's mentioned in the case file that this could be the case of identity theft. The very first reason they mentioned is you don't live in El Paso, Texas. Right, sir?
No, I do not.
Okay. The second reason is that your social have no complaints in the past. You have got no criminal records under your name. Well,
No,
those are
not
the
at
two
all.
reasons we believe that this could be the case of identity theft. Mr. Seaman, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Please answer it to the best of your knowledge. Have you
Okay.
lost your wallet or any of your identity card in the recent past?
No. I had told Mr. Steven like 5 years ago, but I had already canceled all my cards and got them
Mm-hmm.
like renewed.
You got renewed. Okay. Do you recall this very carefully? Have you emailed any individual with your personal credentials? It could be a state ID, it could be a driver license, any of your banking credentials to any individual. If it's for the
No, like I
bank
had
or any
told Mr.
government authorized,
Brown, the
please
only other
continue.
person that might know is my nephew because he helped me buy some things on Amazon before, but I don't think he
Mm-hmm.
would do this.
Okay. Any suspicious activity from the bank in the last 6 to 8 months?
Other than today? No, nothing.
Mhm. Okay. Give me a moment. Right now, the Court of Texas has sent an order to suspend your social on immediate basis. Okay,
He
and
said
as we
that
checked your
there was a
profile,
case against me, that there's a warrant for my arrest.
yes, there's a case of. hmm But we have kept it on hold, sir, because we believe you could be a victim of identity theft, because you don't live in El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
Okay. Now, listen to me very carefully. We need to show it to the court's house, okay, differentiate between you and the actual culprit, okay? Uh, what ID proof do you carry with yourself right now? Do you have a driver license or a state ID?
Oh, I have driver's license.
You have driver license. Okay. I want you to note down this number,
Okay.
202.
Hold on. Let me get my pen and paper.
Mm-hmm. Once you
Two
have,
zero
have it
two.
handy, do let me know.
Uh huh. He said 8964.
That's right.
Okay, and whose number is that?
That's my number, sir.
Oh, okay.
Okay? I'm going to fax it to the court's house as an evidence. Okay? So I want you to take a picture of your driver license and send it to this number right now.
Oh, you want me to take a picture?
Hello?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to get off the phone so I could take the picture.
Now, sir, this is a federal recorded line. We don't know how to take a picture.
Well, yeah, but I can't take a picture and be on the phone at the same time. How do I do that?
You can. Which phone are you using right now? I'll help you out with that.
Well, it's a
Which phone
landline.
are you using right now? It's a
You want
landline.
you want me to call you from my cell phone?
What's your cell phone number?
Okay, hold on. Are you have a pen and paper ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. That's your phone number, 318.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please send me a picture of your driver license?
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a second, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll have to call you right back. I'm gonna hang up and send the picture, okay?
Now, why do you have to hang up? It's a landline, right? You can go get your phone and send me a picture.
What?
Grab your driver license.
Well, I
Go
can't
get
do
your phone.
I can't do two things at once.
Sir, right now
Huh?
you have a landline,
Uh-huh.
right? You can use your phone, your cell phone. Use your cell phone. Take a picture. Send it to this number.
Okay, hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I just sent it right now.
Let me just check. Give me a moment. Hello?
Yeah, did you get it?
Okay. Now I want you to take a picture, selfie picture of you, okay, and send it to the same number.
Selfie picture. You mean like with the front camera? Because I only have a flip phone.
Yes.
I have to ask like my neighbor to
You
take
have
a
a flip
picture.
phone?
Well, I don't have one a front camera. I only have a camera in the back. I have to like ask someone to take a picture.
Okay, take your time.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to go next door, knock next door.
Is your mom there with you,
No?
Simon?
Why would they be with me?
Okay.
Well, just give me a second. I'm gonna go ask my
Where
neighbor.
is your
Okay?
mom?
Oh no, they're at their house. They live in their own house. Just give me like a minute or two. I'm gonna go knock on my neighbor's door. Okay? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
I just got my neighbor's not home right now. I think he's at work. Is it important? Do you need a picture
Hello?
of me? I just sent you my ID.
I need a picture of you.
Why? I just sent you my ID. I gave you all.
Hello?
Like, I just gave all my information to Steven, and I gave you my ID.
Hello?
Hello?
Listen, hello. You
Yes, I
motherfucker.
can hear you.
Hello?
Yes.
Right now I'm sending a batch team, okay? And they're gonna chop your dick and feed it to your stray dogs outside your
What?
house.
What little chutia? Little chutia benchod? You can do
हाँ,
nothing.
तेरी माँ की चूत तेरी मैं
Tere
की
maka
चूत बोसड़े
bosra chutia.
हेडफोन बोसड़े
Hey, haram chari kutte. Little bosri. The chodi. Got him.